What's up, Chargers? I'm Marissa.
And I'm Maddie, and welcome back to another Charger podcast.
Today we're talking about applying to college because we did not get taught how to apply to college. We had to figure it out ourselves.
Yeah, and genuinely that was one of the most annoying situations and processes to go through. And I'm an older sibling, so I've never even had an older sibling who did it before. So it was just super annoying. So we're gonna help you guys out. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the college essays, because honestly, if you're a junior, I would recommend starting to think about what topic you're going to do genuinely right now. Um and because as soon as the school year starts, you're going to be so busy with other things, and especially you're going to be so busy with just applying to colleges in general plus all the schoolwork you have. It's super annoying to have to write a college essay that's going to help determine your entire future as well. So, I would definitely start thinking about the topic right now. And then honestly, I didn't do this. I don't know if you did, Marissa, but start writing it, or at least drafting it over the summer, because I went through so many topic ideas before I finally chose the one I liked, and I had to write so many essays because I didn't like the way it turned out or whatever, and then I had to start all over brand new. So it's going to be super nice if you just have some ideas either out of the way over the summer going into senior year, or if you even just create a really good college essay and then you just have to tweak it. It's super nice. Something that was super helpful is that for the designated senior classes like AP Lit and Comp, they'll give you time to draft and write your college essay, and which is super, super nice. I know Miss Snowden is a college admissions counselor, so she helped us out a lot when writing our college essays. She told us what to do, how we could fix it, make it a little bit better, and exactly what colleges are looking for in that situation and in the college essay. So that was super nice. And she helped us think of ideas and everything. So yeah, that was awesome. But yeah, personally, I would genuinely start thinking about doing your essay right now, and over the summer getting it started. So,
yeah, and no matter what, so I started my original one over the summer, kind of, and just by even having a rough draft, it just helped me so much to just tweak it with Miss Snowden and stuff, because we did have to write a bunch of different college essays in the class, but the one that I used was the one that I wrote over the summer. So make sure that you like the idea that you're doing and stick with it, and then really make sure that it's really good. Next, we're talking about deciding which colleges to apply to. Just make sure, a lot of people, they just pick a bunch of different colleges that everyone picks to just apply to. But there is a fee for every single one on the Common App that you apply to. It's honestly ranges from $30 to $80 per application, and that's a lot of money. It adds up 100%. So I suggest picking colleges that you genuinely would see yourself going to. I applied to a couple where I applied to U Miami and Clemson, and I knew even if I got in, I wouldn't go there. So don't apply to the ones you know you wouldn't go to no matter what. And then also I wanted to say to take advantage of the Colorado Free Days. It is so nice, and it's 2 back-to-back days where you can apply for free. So really make sure to take advantage of that. Saves you a lot of money.
yeah, and so also with applying to only the schools that you're if you got in you would go to, a lot of the schools on top of fees, they have little extra essays that you have to write. I ended up applying to so many schools, and even though the seniors before me had told me that it wasn't a good idea, I still applied to so many, and writing all of those essays was beyond annoying. I wrote so many little extra essays for so many different colleges, and then I got into those colleges and I had absolutely zero inclination to go to them. So it was just such a waste of time and money. So yeah, definitely be aware about the what colleges you're applying to. Yeah.
Also, make sure to apply early decision. It's early action.
Early action, yeah.
Yes.
Because early decision is the one.
Yeah. So early decision is basically where you say you'd go there if you got in, But early action is just like the earlier like group that goes through. So I applied to early action with every single college I did, and I'd either get in and it'd be super nice that I know, or I got deferred. So that means you're like sent to the like next round. So you didn't get in the first time, but you're sent to the next round after everybody from the first round replies. But it's super nice to know early just so you can make your decision, because then you have to make your decision because roommates creep up on you and housing creeps up on you. So you don't want to wait till like April to finally like pick your school.
Yeah, like I applied to University of Michigan early action and all of my other schools early action. And I got into most of them, which was super nice. But what was super annoying about Michigan is that I got deferred to regular application. So then I had to wait for the longest time to figure out like what school I wanted to go to because my decision kind of depended on University of Michigan. So and if you don't apply early action, then like all of the schools are gonna be like getting deferred. Like it's not just like you're gonna have to wait for a really long time to decide what schools you got into and like make your decision, which was super annoying because when I got into CU, which was kind of early, I was able to start looking for a roommate and I found one that I really liked before, everyone was taken up and gone. Um and yeah.
Yeah, so
Um
just make sure to like be ahead of it, because there are certain things like along the timeline of senior year that you'd prefer to have it figured out before rather than later. It also is very stressful too. Like we don't talk about it, but like it was so stressful trying to like make the decision and find the college, but just like be easy on yourself when you're making these decisions, because everyone has their different path. So don't be stressed.
yeah, and like also um definitely take into account money. Like a lot of people just kind of like ignore the fact that like tuition for certain schools are a lot more. Like I it's actually like a lot more important than it seems to worry about money because you at the end of college you don't want to be like $200,000 in debt and be paying it off for the rest of your life. Like it's super important to think about that.
Exactly. Just because of the college experience, but then you're 200K in debt, that's like not worth it.
Yeah.
Okay. One of my biggest things for applying is keep like a spreadsheet or like something for yourself of all your application portal like ID logins. So like each college has like their own website, and you create a login for each application portal to let you know if you got in or not. Like you can constantly check by like logging in, but like make sure you write down all the usernames, all the passwords, and figure that out so that you don't get like locked out. Because one of my friends was like frantically trying to find if she got in, but she like forgot her login information. So it took forever to like get it back. So make sure you keep it organized and write it all down.
Yeah, that's super important. So that's like more like after you apply. And like so is this. So scholarships, like we were just talking about money. Scholarships are so important, especially if you're going to a school that like has a higher tuition, obviously. So sometimes what can be super annoying is schools don't automatically give you money like that much money. Like CU Boulder, they only give us like what, like 4,000 a year, and
Mm-hmm.
that's as much as you can possibly get automatically. So I filled out a bunch of scholarships, and I think it was due. I don't know. It was like between like February 15th and March 15th or something.
Yeah.
So usually the school you're going to go to, they'll have, if you go into your application portal and you click on financial aid or like scholarships or something, there will be a little spot, and then it'll tell you all of the scholarships that you're either eligible for or the scholarships that they offer, and then you can just go through those and see like, oh, I'm eligible for this one because it's for student athletes or just something like that. So then honestly apply to as many scholarships as possible, and it's insane. It can be super annoying because sometimes one scholarship for like $5,000 or like $1,000 will require like three short essays, which is insanely annoying, obviously. But like that money is going to add up and make a huge difference in the long run. Like that's just $1,000 extra for you, like just because you're writing some essays. So it's super important to do scholarships. And another thing with like applying to all those schools and the essays you have to write to get into the schools, definitely 100% save every essay you write in a document, because there are so many prompts that are like the same, either the same or just like insanely similar for different colleges or for scholarships. So what I did is I saved all my essays, and then when I was applying for scholarships, I went back to that document and I could genuinely just copy and paste a couple of essays into those scholarship prompts because they were the exact same thing, which made it everything a lot easier. But yeah, just scholarships are super important. Anything else?
And that is basically all we have to talk about for like applying to college and figuring out everything in senior year. We didn't really get much help when we went through this. And so I feel like it's really important just like know a kind of a timeline and like be prepared to like be ahead of the game.
Oh, we could talk about the timeline. So I guess
Mhm.
like yeah, probably like over the summer, just start thinking about your college essay and maybe start
Mhm.
writing it. And then
August, I feel
August,
like you should start filling out your Common App or
yeah,
like
for
at least make
sure.
a profile.
Yeah, or like what's a really good recommendation is to make a spreadsheet of a bunch of schools and put their like application deadlines on it, because then you know what's coming up and you know which like schools you really have to focus on. So yeah, do that in August and like also start filling out your Common App probably. And then you can just keep filling out your Common App throughout, like I feel like most applications were due in like October, November,
Yes,
right?
it's like mid-October I think to November 1st. I think
Yeah.
that's pretty much
And
the
then
deadline.
wasn't like wasn't free day for Colorado like mid October, I'm pretty sure. Like
Yes.
October 15th or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
It was like I think 17th or the 19th. Just like make sure you know the dates for your year.
Yeah. So then yeah, do that during that time, and then probably you're gonna have everything submitted by December. So then in January, I would say just like, well, honestly, the whole time, just start like once you submit your applications, just start like actually focusing in on like and like doing the research on the schools and like what school would I actually go to if I got in?
Like
What
money,
school?
major,
Yeah,
everything that suits you.
yeah, like just do a ton of research, tons and tons of research, and then you'll probably start getting your decisions around like January to like March, right? That's
Yeah.
like usually it. Um, especially if you do early decision. If you do regular decision, I feel like it's usually like March through like even like May. I feel like,
Yeah.
which is super late. That's super annoying. And then in like February probably start looking at scholarships because there's a lot of scholarships that are due in, oh, maybe honestly January, because there's a lot of scholarships that are due in
Yeah.
February. Yeah. And then housing opens up. It depends on the school, but
Yeah.
you could start thinking about it as early as like March, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And then like the process goes through the summer too. It's
Mhm.
like crazy. So your whole senior year is basically about this. You're going to have fun, but it is about applying to colleges.
Yeah. Um yeah,
Anyways,
yes.
that's it. Thank you for listening in to another Charger podcast.